Man, commercials are getting way too long these days.
Hello and welcome to my review of Active Valor, starring some of our United States Navy SEALs.
Guys, just letting you know, I'm suffering from a bit of a cold, so if I'm not as articulate as I normally am, that's exactly why. So, Active Valor centers on a group of Navy SEALs who have to stop a terrorist ring from bombing key locations in America after learning that information by rescuing a kidnapped CIA agent. And that 11-second blurb of me telling you about the plot is far more time than they spent coming up with it. Alright, so Active Valor. How was it? In summary, Active Valor is the most boring, cool movie ever made. But first off, let's start with the best thing about this movie, and that is the action scenes, which are really, really well done. The movie has real Navy SEALs using real strategy, and the thing really throws you into the situations with these guys. There's some great camera work, which I'll get to more in a second, some great setups for these action sequences and shootouts, and you just feel like you're going along for the ride with these guys. Like, every second step of the way, it feels very realistic. Like, I hear that a lot of the ammunition for this movie was live ammunition as opposed to blanks. That really adds some authenticity to it. Everything just feels very, very realistic, and that's what I liked about it. The action sequences of this movie are very exciting and feel pretty real. But the absolute soaring best thing about this movie is the camera work by Shane Horvath. It's impossible to say that last name correctly. Anyway, his style with the camera is just absolutely fantastic. He throws you into every situation and makes you feel like you are the element that's being messed with. Like, for example, there's a scene where they roll a person up at a carpet, and he puts the camera down in the carpet and rolls it around. That's really cool. There's scenes where you see the gun firing, and he takes you, right near the gun to watch the ammunition fall. There's some cool scenes in here where they use it like a first-person kind of Call of Duty view, and that really throws you in. He just really elevates the action that might have been a little more boring otherwise into something a lot more exciting. Unfortunately, that's where the positives of Active Valor end. Now, I have a great respect for the Navy SEALs in this movie. What they do is absolutely fantastic, and I mean no disrespect for them, but these guys really need to stick to their day job because they really cannot act. Their line deliveries are very stiff. They never really feel realistic. In fact, the characters in this movie are so undefined, it's hard to really tell the difference between them. And you just kind of eventually melt into the action of this movie without actually knowing or caring about any of the characters. And I don't blame the Navy SEALs for this at all. I feel like it was a mistake by the director to actually throw real Navy SEALs in here because they're just bland. I'm sorry, they are. And you may tell me, well, these are the real people, this is what it's really like. And I'd say, yes, I agree with you. But for a movie, you just need to have people who are capable of doing something a little more elevated in the acting department. And also, the story in this thing is really, really lackluster. I'm sorry. It feels like they took 10 seconds to come up with a light backbone of a script because nothing about this story is anything unique. It's just a bridge to get from one action scene to the next. And it's just really, really uninteresting. I didn't, like I said before, I didn't care about a single character in this movie. And, it just makes you numb. Like, as cool as the action scenes are, it's not, there's no weight to them because the script is bad. And because you don't care about anybody, the action scenes can't really excite you because they're just a bunch of character models running around. Overall, while I have a great respect for the Navy SEALs that are in this film and what they go through every single day, I just have to say Active Valor is a failed experiment. It has cool parts, but it's just so boring because the script is really bad and the acting is lackluster. But like I said before, I don't blame the SEALs for that. I blame the directors for not really trying to push them through their limits. I don't know. I feel this movie's just so okay. I give it 2 stars out of 4. If you love the military, go see it and you'll have a good time. But for me, I can play Call of Duty at home and have just as good of a time. And that's my review for Active Valor. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.